Shut up, Meg.
I'm Pickle Rick!
What's up, everybody? How are we doing on this fine, cold as balls Saturday afternoon or evening for a lot of you? And welcome. Let's see, let's start it off with the quick toast until everyone else shows up. Cheers, everybody. Appreciate you swinging through. Hope your week's going all right. Plus play on Twitch. And yes, that's I figured it would be fitting to show a picture of my feral cat sleeping snugly against my leg and looking at me like, what the fuck just happened? I did realize that between Tiny Mama and the dude, half the cats here are feral, quote, feral cats that aren't really. Anyway, yeah, early crew as usual. Mr. 8Gig was in here pretty early. Joe Russ, of course. Zapped Sparky, a Falma. Let's see, let me scroll a little. Probably missed some a little bit up there. Conversation. Red Dwarfer showed up a bit early. I did, and YouTube keeps messing with my settings. That's why not everything is quite sorted out with the likes and all that good stuff. Mr. S. Maurice Walker. Delta Mike is here, the Pianoman. We'll have Pussies and Pianos in about an hour. Watch the floofs eat the foods. Someone bloody random probably can't stick around doing stuff, and stuff isn't happy about it. But wanted to say hi to myself and to chat. Well, hello, buddy. Do what you need to do. You know you are your own priority, as it should be. What's up, Dark Lord? Professor Scuff. When you're not kick-flipping around Santa Monica to collect the letters skate, have you been enjoying the world's greatest Beagle source novels lately? I have it queued up right here, and once everyone else gets here, we will be reading an excerpt from chapter 3. So don't worry, buddy. Stick around. But we need everyone to get here, you know. So, hey, what's up, Lockwatcher? Kevin Hardesty, Electron Box, Slippy Fishy, Rusty B, DJ Bones, and we got some people sending stuff in. What's up, Renquist? Anyway, see, nothing, let's see, we got the VertoThermoWhoofle coming up here shortly, which I'll repeat once everybody else gets here. Besides that, we did get a bunch of stuff shipped in this week. I'll share some of it. Some of it I shared on Thursday when I streamed. Got more tools in, actually, since I got tools in yesterday. A couple things I can't show on stream. Well, I don't know. I looked at the YouTube thing on ammunition, and it's kind of vague, doesn't specifically mention it, but most people, the general consensus for creators is if you don't need to touch live ammunition on stream, then don't, unless you're being very educational with it or whatever. Hey, what's up? Thank you, BigClive, for the raid. Thanks, y'all, for the toast earlier on Clive's stream. That means it's time for our big toast. We have some green apple Angry Orchard today for our welcome toast. click that. There you go, Dave. Oh, who was it? I feel like it may have been Dave. Who asked what the theme music was on Thursday? But cheers. Cheers, everybody. Welcome. Welcome. Appreciate the follow there, Linus CBT. And, or no, that's everyone Stretch from Linus CBD. And a follow from Dylan. Oh, no, and a follow from Linus. Yeah, all right, cool. Well, hey, you know what? We've all been sitting. Some of us have been sitting here for a while. So let's do that stretch, shall we? Oh, yeah. Oh. I should have put more deodorant on. I'm wearing, this is the new shirt from the shop. This is the, I found a brand of shirts that has tall in it. So, like, since I'm tall, it's a real thick cotton. It's a nice shirt, thick cotton. I'm getting ready to release it on the merch store probably this weekend. Hey, Scruff, did you ever finish the Star Wars Lego you were building way back? Star Wars? Minky Moo 2? What's up, buddy? Been a minute. Whoa, which Star Wars? What Star? Do you see it behind me? We have, I mean, there's a bunch of Lego stuff. Holy moly, we got all kinds of shit rolling in. We got DFSK, Adiace, Jacob, Dylan. Appreciate the follows. We got more coming in. Much appreciate. What else we got here? Tier 1 seems long. Del Bellman with the 3 times on the sub. Holy shit, we got them all rolling in. Cheers again, everybody. We got more people showing up. Oh my god. Follow from 3229071. All right. So, for those that just showed up, in about, well, just under an hour, we'll have Pussies and Pianos, which you get to see my kitties go nom-nom out here. There's the treat stuff, the Gucci food. There's Tiny Mama, as Tiny Mama do. That's one of her favorite spots. And she obviously can see the camera moving because she's looking right at it. Like the little mama pants. Oh yeah, we'll be feeding them a Gucci food later while Pianoman Rob plays in the background for us. We have the VertoThermoWhoofle coming up, which is a woofle on thermal camera. That's about 3.5 minutes. What are you drinking? That is the Green Apple Angry Orchard hard apple cider. This size is 2XL tall, which fits a little. When it came in, it was a little big, but when you wash it, it shrinks. So when you see, I'm going to put a note in the thing, you may want to order a size up. But and there's not a whole lot of extra. It's almost like a half size. And I'm 6'1", 210 pounds for comparison purposes. Boobies and pianos? No boobies and pianos. I don't know that YouTube or Twitch would necessarily like that. Megavolt, what's up? Going for coffee. All right, let's see. We got VertoThermoWhoofle coming up in a moment. I'm going to take another drink because that's what we do. So the other things that showed up today, or yesterday, is for work, I was taking apart a pressure washer at a customer's location, and pressure washers at work, we don't really do pressure washer work anymore because working on them is an absolute nightmare because everything's corroded and everything breaks. So of course, when I went to remove the pump I was replacing from the electric motor, the Allen keys I had snapped. So I bought another set of Allen keys, hopefully to get this damn thing taken apart this week. It would be nice. Those showed up. And as I showed earlier, on Thursday, we got some light blue filament in, which matches very nicely with my holster for the Glock. That way, as I print accessories for the thing that's sitting right there, it kind of all matches. And for those don't know, I go for the light blue color in case shirts come up or whatever. It just looks like boxer shorts, Hawaiian shirt, you know, that way people are fucking staying calm. I also got 2 rolls of what my normal filament, which I get eSun or Inland from Micro Center. That's just black because I got a ton of like 4 or 5-year-old filament downstairs. I got to kind of burn through. That's funny you say that, Crash Organism, because that is the color of you on Twitch right now, whether you know that or not. And then I got some of these. We're printing out cat toys. Someone sent me a link for one of those. You can to reuse your 3D printer spool as a cat toy spinny ball thing. So I got to print that out. I got a shit ton of ammunition. Can't really do much with that on YouTube. I know I got more shit. What else did I get? No, I guess that was about it. Oh, still got stuff coming in. You reached a goal of 350. Holy shit, we're up to 350. Well, thank you, everybody. Oh, thanks for the follow, Mickey Moo too. Night Eyes Berry. I heard. Oh, there's a subscription. Power Fantastic 9-second ATI. Well, that one's a little old, but hey, Power Fantastic. Thank you for the subscription on YouTube. Do you have any recommendations on keeping filament dry? I have one of those big ass, like heavy duty black tote thing, plastic totes with like the thick gray lid and everything's like double blown out, like the ones that are pretty much meant to be thrown in the back of a truck. They seal up pretty good. It actually has a gasket on it, so I keep everything in there with just a shit ton of do not eat packets. I actually go and buy the dissident packets, or if I get any extra ones, like when I open a spool, they all go in there. There's probably like 40, 50 of them in there. And all my first projects on getting this printer going after 4.5 years were all out of that, and they all printed fine so far. So I do actually have a pretty decent supply. But yeah, your best bet is either keep it in a dehydrated room, closet, box, and you can also get like dryers. But the little packets seem to work fine. I got a shitload of them around for 3D printed filaments and throwing in ammo cans. So it's that, and I have a couple dehumidifiers going in the house at pretty much all times, including one in the ammo room and one in the bathroom. So the house just kind of stays dryish anyway. Because that, well, Bryson, when you have gas heat, there's the moisture goes. Like as soon as in the fall, when you flip over to gas, when I flip over to gas heat, my dehumidifiers no longer produce. So, but for now, it is VertoThermoWhoofle time. Let us play with the fire. Number 1. Ooh, that was a rough recalibration. 1 for Freddy. Setting Chad on fire. And whoop. Those poor light bulbs. They are. Yeah, I mean, the bulbs up there, like that bulb right there, and the one that's in front of this glass blicky, they are black light bulbs. One is, CFL, and one's a regular incandescent black light bulbs. And at this point, they are definitely black lights because they are mostly covered in black carbon. So, they are living up to their name. It's a light bake in more ways than one. What are we baking? I haven't been baking yet. Fan Plant, what's up? I have a Husky Home Depot tote with a clear top. As long as you got something, preferably you want a big tote that has some sort of a seal and not just clamps, plastic lid, something that's like heavy duty, or, I mean, like maybe even a cooler. Some coolers have seals. If you got a whole cooler that you don't use anymore that's got a decent seal, But you just want to keep those do not eat packs, the keep it dry packs, and just that usually helps. Otherwise, if you have something humid, if you have a computer that's running, you can always sit the stack on top of it if it's got exhaust out the top, and that'll dry it off too. Just don't get it too hot, because then it'll soften up and get all... What are the strips on the ceiling that are worn? Those are my LED lights. LED light strips. Like, that's what's supplying the room with lights right now. And then, like, only half of them are on. We all agreed... We all agreed a little while ago that the lighting in here was a little better without the front lights on. So I'm actually mostly getting backlit, which is weird, but it works out. Looks like psychedelic bagpipes. Okay. That's... Either way, any bagpipe that's psychedelic is going to be pretty good. Crash Organism, what's up? Welcome. So you can make loose desiccant, I hate that word, holders that fit inside each spool, but in reusable loose desiccant. When it goes from orange to dark black or green, you take it out and heat it up in the oven or single layer or dry it on your printer. When it goes orange, you can reuse it. Yeah, I've seen some of those. I think Clive had, he's featured some of those on there. But yeah, so far, just having a bunch of them laying around. But yeah, I have seen, like, you can 3D print little ones that will, like, go in the middle for storage. But for the most part, once, well, I don't know. I would say that once I open a spool, I pretty much go through it. Just try to go through it anyway, but not always. Because then I always get to something that I don't want to print in that color. Silica pellets are cheap and work well. Yeah, you can pretty much get them anywhere. And if you already have a 3D printer, you can even 3D print little cages for them just to throw into stuff. Just obviously make sure they clamp well or tape them up so they don't fall open in the middle of your stuff. But for the moment, we will, as Dark Lord has been stopping by for quite some time, talking about the Beaglesaurus saga, we are going to read a quick excerpt from Chapter 3 of Beaglesaurus. And I'll even post the link to where you can find it. It is a funny, goofy read. I'm not a super avid reader like I used to be, so I've been going through it in sections, I guess you could say. But here we go. The year is the present and the time is now. Andre Gonzalez has been a fugitive of justice for a year or two since the climatic battle that destroyed the earthly paradise. Andre had lost a leg in a feckless battle with Beagle's family and was slowly losing most of the feeling in his right hand after it was sunk into a jar of cement. We'll get back to that. On that fateful day, he lost his sister as well when Aerodactyl fell into a time portal to... Put that anywhere. Into a time portal to the turn of the century Serbia, and he was left alone. He decided to put his longtime one-sided rivalry with Beaglesaurus on hold first if it meant he could regain the use of all his human limbs, even if they were even if they weren't going to be entirely human. To that end, he was trying with particular gusto to drag his hand against the ancient reliquary as the Neo-Oakland Metropolitan Police Force began dragging him out of the museum. Gotta pick this up. It's fun stuff. It's kind of all over the place, but it works. Check it out. There's the link. 50 Shades of Pussies. Well, actually, the way kitty cats are, that kind of is built in like that, wouldn't you say? Fan plan, I collect the decadent bags for fun and empty them into commercial kitchen stainless tea bags so I can put them in the oven. That's not a bad idea, fan plan. Yeah, I guess that would be the problem with 3D printing them, was you have no easy way to dry them out, because obviously, unless you're printing carbon fiber or whatever, that shit's gonna melt. Such beautiful prose, says the bellman. What's up, Deltic? Sorry you're late. Whatever time you get here. Whatever time you get here. 50 Shades of Grey next. Now, I'm not trying to have a boner stream. Dark Lord comments, the author, that Andre Gonzalez is a man of vengeance, even if he's not always a man of smarts. There we go. Do I not have a Discord link? Oh, I keep talking about it. That's right. Now that I know we have permanent Discord stuff, I need to actually do that on the thing. Appreciate the follow there, Sativa. Oh, Sativas, that's a hell of a name. And God, it almost looks like Linuxy. Chamokaj. Either way, appreciate it. Thank you. In a couple minutes, we will look at some of the stuff you have sent in. If you would like to send in pictures of your pussycat or your doge or anything that you feel might be a groovy and cool. What the fuck is the number? You can either send it through like American text message or whatever, or through WhatsApp if you're international, to the number in chat. What temp? What temp? What temp? Regular gas oven, what temperature? Oh, I think you can do it. I think 250 as long as it's hotter than, well, actually, if it's silicone, it should be good. Probably 300, 350. You just got to get it hotter than like steam water, the temperature of steam, but not too hot to melt it. I would think about 350, but obviously you're probably going to want to check the bag. 200? Well, wait, that's probably Celsius. So I'm saying 350 Fahrenheit. Don't put it in there 350 Celsius. They definitely won't be wet anymore. That was Pussies and Organs. What? A boner stream has Pussies and Pianos happened already? That's not that kind of pussy there, Graham Shaw. Come on now. A dehydrator? Yeah, I guess you can stick them in a regular dehydrator. I have one of those downstairs. I don't know if it still works because I haven't even looked at it in over 2 years, but it's down there. As I relate, I have an 800 degrees Celsius grill. Well, I mean, I get steaks done in, half a second? Just kind of hold it through and then call it good. Just had to look back. It was the B-2 bomber. Did you ever get that finished? Nah, Minky, we never did finish that. The future plans for it are to hopefully get a full-size Enterprise, NCC 1701. Hopefully get one that's big enough and have it shooting the B-2 out of the sky. Because then the B-2's current condition, it pretty much looks like it got shot down anyway. So that is the future plans for the unfinished B-2 bomber. Turd. My gas oven has a Y differential, so it definitely goes up to 300 Fahrenheit. Oh, yeah. If it smokes, it's good to turn around. What are we turning around with smoke? Blacksmith with that sucker. Oh, hell yeah, that is a good question there, Harold. What's up, Harold Spark? Yeah, at that point, 800 Celsius, you're, what can you heat up? Anything I want. The B-2 looked like a bitch to build. Yeah, we were on it for, 3 months? And it got to the point we were making progress of 5 to 10 steps out of 3 or 4 hours. It was fucking terrible. Appreciate the follow there, Harold. The steak is in the 800. Well, I mean, if it's in there for more than a couple seconds, it's probably really not steak anymore. It's called Sizzler. We had a nice Sizzler steakhouse around here back when I was growing up. That was pretty fucking good. It's kind of like the Texas Longhorn, but when Texas Longhorn was a little better. Called charcoal. Yeah, at that point, it is basically charcoal. Or just, it's just a solid chunk of carbon. It's like really good char right there. Where are we at? We're almost to the top of the hour. Got that. This is almost empty. Oh, it's still on the cotton. Okay. It's still touching cotton sometimes. That's a good thing. We'll be switching over here after the top of the hour. See what y'all sent in. I think it was called Western Sizzler. What's up, Low Toad? I believe there may have been something called Western Sizzler, but around here it was just Sizzler Steakhouse. And then they had Outback Steakhouse. That was another pretty good one. Like back in like the late 80s, early 90s, mid up to like the mid 90s, steakhouses were actually good. Deep voice. All right. Go with the deep voice for a minute.
There we go. But yeah, like, they are really good. A lot of my steak recipes are actually based loosely on the Outback Steakhouse recipe, as it were, which is basically just a lot of Montreal steak seasoning. A little bit of salt and pepper and a lot of butter. Because everything is better with butter. Yes, indeed. The Sizzler was the 42. 6'7" back in the day. Yeah, actually, it pretty much was. Gramshaw, I have a few for reducing humidity in the car. I live in Scotland, the manufacturer guide states, and it's on full power. Needless to say, this has not worked out. Do you have a lot of humidity in your vehicle? Do you now? Top of the hour toast? Cheers, everybody! There we go, C2S with it. Cheers, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. Oh, what's wrong? You sound ridiculous. What's up, Phasma? Thank you for the 3 times a prime. Much appreciated.
But that has been the minutes. Actually, probably a little bit more. Sativa strain called J1 is smooth as fuck. Just saying, says Fan Plant. I don't do much sativa. I'm more of an indica, hybrid indica guy, but every once in a while I'll grab a sativa. And now we're up to the healing voice.
I really need to make these a little more expensive, I think. Weston's cider. We prefer cider from Dickens' farm here, Mr. A-Cake. Because there's nothing quite as good as having a Dickens cider. Grimshaw, no, but I have a lot of humidity outside my vehicle. And alas, I have to open the doors and get in with wet feet often in the summer. High humidity in Scotland, it's called rain. What's up, Gavin? Yes, I hear it's very humid in that whole general area. And Fama agrees that a Dickens cider is a heaven. Oh, yes, it is. Yes, it is. 9M is excessive. 9 meters? 9 what? Oh, ad break starting on Twitch in less than a minute. All right. Yes.
There it is. All right. Let's hydrate. Okay, well, I'm going to hydrate with a beer because, I mean, that works for me. So everyone grabs something to drink, whether it's a beer, or whether it's a water, or whether it's a wine, whether it's a shot, whether it's a fucking, well, whatever you want to suck something out of. Cheers, everybody. Weston's is great for pork cider. Yeah, I've heard pork cider is pretty an up-and-coming competitor to Dickens cider. Follow the yellow brick road, always. This is why there is a shortage of helium. Yes, I do apparently contribute to the helium shortage. Speaking of which, Benji, just in case I missed if you asked, the closest thing within reach I have that's orange, which I don't know hasn't really been oranged on the channel yet, is my little Klein's hole meter that I got from a coworker because it was broken, so I kind of fixed it enough that it works. amp clamp on it's a little hokey, but the rest of it is just fine. Because I really, really hope that at no point will I be testing anything pulling 400 amps while I'm inside this room. So, not too worried about it. And something like this isn't quite accurate enough to use on really low current, so I get that, the fucking 210, with the UT210E. Actually, I gotta get another one of them, because I keep one at work as my big meter is my X-Tech, which is made by FLIR. It's their multimeter line. And I took the UT as like a backup, but I use the UT210 all the time now, and the other one's my backup. I haven't actually turned the big meter on in fucking months. I just grabbed the little one all the time. But anyway, let's see what we got sent on in here. Let's see, where's that? Move over to here. Kevin Hardesty was having a vague issue earlier getting pictures, but seems to have sorted it out. So let's see what they got here. That, click that, move this over to here and see what we got going on. We got, you can't get pictures, but we got it sorted. What do we got here? It won't get bigger for some reason. Okay. Yeah, actually, that's weird. Kitty checking the drawers. I guess they're looking for something to eat. Like, are you trying to find the right sewing kits? Is that where you keep your candy bars? Did you find your snacky bar? All right, let's play this one at the same time. We'll get twice. Oh, you're gonna do one. Okay. Well, they're searching. What do we got here? I don't know why you can't like big screen it. That one's actually kind of hard to see what's going on since you can't big screen it. But you can these. I don't know. I guess it doesn't like videos. Anyway, here's Kevin's floofs, the yin and yang of the kitty house. I think I have that same bed, the one on this side. Commercial for a Bluetooth glucose meter. Does the AI know something about me that I don't? That's fan plant. Yeah, well, maybe. At this point, you know, fucking the internet ad sites know more about you than you do. Felt this little guy actually feel sorry for him. Oh, he got his little mouse balls. Ah, that's a shame. Oh, he got his little mouse balls stuck. All right, let's see. How many cats do I have? I say 4 plus 1. Because I got the 4 inside, and then I have Dude Bro outside. So the dude's brother, Dude Bro, otherwise known as Mr. Tapinator, is still outside, but I have an auto feeder, get water out to him, make sure he's got food and all that stuff. So I just say 4 plus 1 at this point. I mean, he has a house on my property, so he's kind of here for a little while. Sliced Gouda and cheddar. I feel like we looked at that last week. Either way, it's good to see it again. Everybody loves a good grilled cheese. Really good, even cooking on that thing, too. Banana and chocolate chip. I ain't gonna lie, at first I thought those were banana peppers. I was like, that's getting pretty radical to try different things. Like, I really thought you put banana peppers in there. Any zoomies from the cats this week? Axe Flim Gobs. There's always zoomies. I never really get them on film because I'm usually just they're usually, by the time I realize what's happening, they're in like the other room or up 5 sets of stairs. A buttered stack. Decent amount of butter. Look at that leftover butter. Look at that. Still got there. You can tell there's butter mixed in. You can see little floaties of butter around. That's good. That's a pretty good butter. As long as there's that much in between each cake. You know how I am. Got the same one, no worries. It's probably fine. Yeah. There's the pancake money shot. That one's looking a little dry if you're a syrup person. Be fine for me. I don't really use syrup on pancakes. As we've discussed, I prefer double dark chocolate chip pancakes, which is dark chocolate chips with Hershey Special dark cocoa powder mixed into the pancakes. And then I just put a shitload of butter on them and eat them dry. Ditch witch in the neighbor's backyard. Fiber install. Look close at the ditch witch. I can't zoom, but I see lots of graffiti, a little Bart Simpson, something binged up. Appreciate the file there. GFresh UK. Cheers, buddy. That doesn't look like a brand. The color doesn't look familiar for a brand. It almost looks like a JLG, but it looks deeper red than that. And the boom arrangement looks different than what I'm used to seeing. Because you don't know, like, what's kind of shit I work on. I work on aerial lifts, forklifts, anything that moves stuff from point A to point B. Mechanics, low-cost laser. Oh, like a little engraver, right. If I ever decide to do laser engraving, I'm probably just going to buy a new 3D printer and convert my Ender 3 Pro into an engraver. The result on a slate. Oh, that looks good. I wish I could zoom. A little haunted house with some jack-o'-lanterns on the front. Now, if you rub that, like if you just kind of take it and rub it, does it kind of mess it up, or is that fairly durable on a slate piece? Why are you showing me munchie porn? That's what we do. We show it around 6, and then we talk about it around 7. You know how that goes. Switch this back. Appreciate the... Wait a minute. 999 Bad Wolf. Appreciate the follow. I feel like you've already followed before, but either way, cheers. Yeah, I like the bard on that. That's cool. And Lockwatcher sent a video. Of puppers standing in front of a heater. Grrr. Ruh, 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 ruh. Ruh, 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 ruh. I do that to Ronnie all the time. If he gets like wound up, I'll just start going ruh, 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 ruh. And he knows that's like playtime at that point. Ruh, ruh, ruh. Yeah, I know you can't hear it, but that's because copyright issues with everything else that's going on the computer. Ruh, 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 ruh. Stop that there. Well, thank you for that. Switch that on back here. Yeah, that won't have sound. I have so many sound sliders. I just kind of do videos without the sound. It just makes it easier. Ain't gonna lie. What's up, Emir? Hot dogs. Yes, I have, but it unfollowed me for some reason. That's weird. Who knows? Twitch, YouTube. I know apparently people on YouTube still get notifications even though YouTube unsubscribes them like randomly. I guess if you want, go ahead and check. If you're still subscribed. All right, let's see. We got this week. We got Red Dwarfer with the weekly update on the Jubbinator. Why does that look like that? WhatsApp looks weird today. Okay. Let me make sure nothing has gotten too weird with it. All right, it looks fine. All right, let's see what we got with the Jubbinator here. Avoid pretzel. Yes, cats do tend to tie themselves in knots. That's pretty good. Pretty good. All right, just keep an eye out. Some PMs people don't mention Deltic, but documentation does help immensely, as everyone is mentioning. Okay. Sounds like we're talking about coding. Been a week of repairs. First up was a stick module for a PS5 controller. When a module fails, it locks up the whole controller. Problem was the crusty connector pins on the left, reflowing and cleaning them up, so I don't have to give Sony $40 for another controller. That's amazing how you can have a sealed controller and they still get all corroded up and shit. I just don't get it. But at least at least they have replaceable modules, and it looks like they're fairly repairable if you know what you're doing. So that works. Fancy meeting me here. Yes, Emir, I do. Come here often? Yeah, every Saturday or so. Next was my WLED lamp. The ESP8266 went flashed and installed another ESP from my pile, and the lamp is back in business. Good, good. That looks... Oh, I can see the 3D. It looks like a 3D printed diffuser over there. I like it. I like it. I was just going to say you should send a picture so we can see it, and now we can. Awesome. The Derbauer Leanne Lee over there. I see that. I see that. Nice. I like Derbauer. I like Leanne Lee. If anyone wants to make one, look up BitLuni Matrix LED lamp. All right, BitLuni, L-U-N-I, BitLuni Matrix LED lamp. Jubba number. I've been moved over to personalized notifications. Ah, there you go. Yeah, that happens too. Whoa. What happened? UK Richie just cheered 1,000 bits. Holy shit, man. Fuck, dude. Cheers to that. Much appreciated. Awesome. I do appreciate that. We'll go towards the channel stuff. Awesome. Awesome. Oh, yeah. From the Pianoman who has taken up billiards lately. Are those your new fresh balls there, Rob? As Rob, I do believe, picked up a nice set of shiny balls because found some bits just laying around. Well, I appreciate him throwing them my way. Or, well, our way. Triangle chalk. I even use that here. I guess that's still over here. I kind of feel like that's probably an international chalk brand. Those are my new Aramis. Yes, those golf. What the fuck, dude? Those pool balls are basically considered some of the best you can get in the game. Very nice. Very shiny, very smooth, very balanced. Very good. Thank you for sharing, buddy. We'll be seeing some of your talent here in about 20 minutes in Pussies and Pianos. DJ Bones. Milky Way Auto Flowers. Looking good. Looking good. That looks like I'm guessing that's a sativa because those are some skinny leaves. And Grandma's. Oh yeah, that actually used to show up in my cabinet years ago. And a bridge. I like those. Whoa. I hate when it does that. I like those kind of bridges. How they kind of go. Yeah, you can't really see it. What? How it like pokes through with the round right there with the kind of support and the thing. Oh, I like those style bridges. Appreciate that. Broco, I prefer the reds and yellows. There you go. Wait a minute. Big 8 News. What did Big 8 News say? You know. And by the way, if that's where is Big 8 News? Oh, Big 8 News. Sad I just lost an uncle. Right now, in yard accident. Keep my family in your prayers. Absolutely, man. I'm sorry to hear that, dude. Like, obviously, it's not a great thing, but I hope it doesn't get worse. You know what I mean? I'm sorry to hear about that, man. But cheers to you. Our condolences, as Zap says. That's never a good thing. Well, let's see what Benji sent. Our weekly fish and chips with mushy peas and a lemon slap. Pretty sure the lemon slices. Wait a minute, what's that in the background? Are those like hush puppy things or jalapeno poppers? What are you doing, Benji? You're changing the formula on us. Either way, it looks good. I'd still eat it. Gramshaw needs more ginger beer and would like us to stop the stream. That doesn't quite work. I use the molasses with the rabbit. Well, of course. Let's see. Oh, good dessert. That's a common. Seems like that shows up a bit. Breaded scampi. Oh, that's good too. Not this. This isn't scampi, obviously, but looks good. Looks good. I would probably eat that. Checking out the drivers collection. We got screwdrivers. We got bit drivers. We got your mom drivers to drive your mom. We got driving Miss Daisy. We got stubbies. We got longies. We got. Why is WhatsApp acting so fucking weird when I'm trying to like scroll around the picture? Did they change something? Like, sorry, it keeps flipping back, but I'm trying to like, I come in and I move around the picture. It doesn't work anymore. It just clicks it right back out. So I guess we can only zoom straight in, or do I got to put the mouse somewhere? So I have to aim the mouse to zoom now. That's weird. Good update. You totally fucked it up, WhatsApp. Nice. Okay. Yeah, that's trying. Like if I click and move, it doesn't do anything, and then when I let go of the click, it just goes right back to this picture. I'll have to. I wonder if they added some stupid setting. Oh, look at that. We got the Benji logo. Is that like your logo, or is that a logo of something else there, Benji? Because that's cool. I dig it. I like it. That's a cool little logo. Is that a little bow tie on, a little tie thing going on there? Nice, nice. Our Queen Liz Edwards is here. Were you not here earlier, my dear? And this week's Flat Cat. See what we got. Oh. Flat Cat is MIG welding. Doing a little joint there. I wonder what he's putting together. Are you not making like Killdozer, what is it at this point? 3, are you? I guess that'd be Flat Dozer. The Flat Dozer, that'd be cool. If you do decide to do a flat dozer and drive through a town hall or something, please make sure to get it on video, because that is important. Either way, thank you for the flat cat. That is your logo, Benji, on there. Awesome, very good. You should open a store. Like you would probably, that is like a cool little logo. You would probably sell the shit out of that logo. I thank you for that there, and I think that's everybody's so far. Yeah, we got everybody covered. 6:20. Oh shit! Hold on. 20 after everybody. A cheers. And since our queen just showed up, I guess we're going to have to do a bonus woofle. Oh no. So why don't we go ahead and do that, shall we? Give a toast and a woofle. Number 1. Another one for Freddy. Setting chat on fire. Yeah, where we at? All right. Fix that. Cold hands. Nah, actually, they're going pretty good. I got this thick ass t-shirt on. It's new, the new t-shirt from the Mercs. It's like a thick cotton t-shirt. It keeps you really damn warm. Like my body's been having to adjust from it ever since I put it on. And I was wearing a hoodie. Then I like just a hoodie, and then I put this on. I started to get warmer. I went, all right. What's up, Norman? How you doing today, buddy? Got see about 12 minutes till Pussies and Pianos. And by all means, yes, we can do. Are we out of this? I think we're out. Mm-hmm. Why don't we do a toast to Big Clive? Who said that? Was that Graham? Somebody? No, not Graham. Palma? Somebody. Either way. We'll do another toast to Big Clive today. Appreciate him doing his thing and doing what he does for the community. The guy who stole my diary has died. My thoughts are with his family, says Jack Attack. I have more of those screwdrivers somewhere, says Benji. More screwdrivers, more better. Trust me, I definitely have a pretty good selection of screwdrivers myself. All right. Can you drag it around? What are we dragging around? Oh, yeah. Sorry, Phasma. Yeah, that was from earlier. Okay. All right. Oh, yeah, I guess since we're this late into it, for those on YouTube, you might want to check to make sure you're still actually live. because that's another thing that seems to happen as you go through live streams. I don't like the look or feel of the modern stuff. Modern stuff can kind of suck. Thanks for the follow, Trip 4000. Powers up to 4,000. Sorry, that was terrible. Terrible. For Foxy's sake. I don't like the look or... Oh. Goddamn, why am I double reading shit? Electron Box just sent something in. What do we got here? One for Graham Shaw, the SureFlip cat flap logger in its final working form. Oh yeah, so Electron Box has been working on something that can ID cats. Like on his own. I'm pretty sure you can buy it, but like, why buy it if you have the knowledge to build it? Oh, wait a minute, it's the wrong window. Bye. So he's basically working at so that they only oh no, this is for the main cat door, that's right. So only his cats can come in and out and not all the other cats and vagrants and everything else. Has been working pretty good, and apparently he's working either has or is working on a defense mechanism, so if the wrong cat tries to walk up, it'll be like a little to like scare him away. But there you go. Names and IDs of kitties. A very good. That's a good project. I like that. Welcome, fam. Oh my god, I wasn't live. All right, was it somebody's comments? Oh, somebody was really late on a Cheers. I wonder if that's what made me say that. Yeah, I do have to get around to update. Let me see if I can write a note down. I'll probably forget, but at least I'll write a note to try and update. Put my Discord thing in. Wow. Okay, let me scratch that out. Scratch that out. Scratch that out. This exclamation point Discord. That way that'll, since I found out that I can actually do permanent links and not just 7-day links. I don't know when that came back, but I've been updating everything I can on that. I don't want to rip anything or cause friction burn. What are we friction burning there, Rob? Because I mean, usually you should be able to just spit on it. Your cat is holding a Swiss knife to cut Swiss cheese or attract mices with, asked Emir. Well, you know what? If a cat's holding a nice sharp knife, god damn. Maybe they're getting ready to make a mouse and cheese platter with some crackers. Possibly even if the knife is sharp enough, they could make it out of some crack-ass crackers. Electron Box, I burnt my balls on a sunbed once. Can't say I've ever done that, or even laid on a sunbed, but I imagine that's obviously a risk, because, I mean, look, balls are sensitive, obviously, we know that, but I'll tell you what, anyone who happens to have a set swanging down there, highly recommend at some point in your life, obviously you need to be careful with this, I'm not encouraging to break local, state, or national laws or whatever, but if you ever get the opportunity to be outside in natural sunlight and fucking just get your junk out and just let the sunlight just right on your junk, it is such a nice warming sensation. Obviously you don't want to burn things up, don't go for long-term exposure. But the warmth of the sun directly on your stuff, and I imagine it probably works for women's things in their general areas. It's definitely it is almost calming. It is quite the experience. Is that Scholast? Scholast? So anyway, welcome. I couldn't agree more. I know somebody has to, besides me, has to do this. Remember sunscreen. Well, yes, Chris, but also remember if you're applying sunscreen, don't get overly vigorous with it, because that's a whole other possibility of problems. Josh will pass. Oh, it's just nice. The bloke, Scruff, do you still surprise smack friends with your balls? I actually haven't done that in a while. That's been a long time since I've dropped my balls on somebody's head. For those that don't know, back in the day, especially at car club meets, I would just kind of be doing my thing, chilling. And if you sat down on a curb or your head somehow ended up at waist height, I would typically flip my balls out, walk up behind you, and gently rest them on top of your head and go wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Everyone would laugh. The person would run. And I got really good at running really fast with them hanging out. So at any given point, you could be in a parking lot and you just see me sprinting across the parking lot, generally chasing someone with my balls out. Like that was kind of a frequent occurrence. It was a really good way to sort out the people that couldn't handle our sense of humor. Like when new people showed up for the for the car club, if they couldn't handle being chased around by the club president with their balls out, then we knew they weren't quite for us. But if they accepted the balls, then we knew they were good to go. Friction burns or skid marks? No, that's why I said I got pretty good at it. Pretty good at it. Never had to worry about that. And if you were really, if once you were finally accepted, I would typically walk over to your car and rub my balls all over your door handle, and sometimes gas cap too, and then tell you about it later, because that's just how Gen X people do things. Jack attack! My bucket got stuck when I was trying to get some water. It did not go down well. Ding dong dell, let's drop Jack attack down the well. Red to red, black to black, blue to pieces. Okay. Jump beam, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I'm guessing that was caused by a different type of ball sport. What is Rob talking about? Good Lord. There's some weird friction burns and a bald spot on one of the newly clothed tables down there. I don't know what some people get up to. I've not damaged a cloth before, and I've played since I was 12. Yeah, it's been pretty rare that when I was playing, for those who don't know, I used to play pool league fucking 5 nights a week. Boy, was I out a lot, because the other 2 nights I was usually at the bar practicing. Like, give me a goddamn break. I was usually at the bar 6 nights a week. But, I've seen a burn mark, like a friction burn kind of thing, once on a table, and no one seemed to know what happened with it. But, I don't know. It was also a long time ago. Oh, Pianoman, I may have stained one once as I got caught with my first girlfriend having fun on the pool table in the sailing club. There you go, buddy. There you go. Right on top the old pool table. Copper grease helps with the friction, says the bellman. Yes, that would help. I have nickel based. Oh, that's in the range bag. I have nickel based lubricant for my suppressor threads. Valakar with a follow. Oh, and they're in Trep. Oh, yeah, I got Trep already. With Valakar with the follow. Thank you for that. Yeah, we're still on cotton, so cheers to that. We got a lot of people following today. That's pretty good. Pretty good. Much appreciated. We got Pussies and Pianos coming up in about 2 minutes. We have an ad on Twitch starting in 20 seconds. So once that ad's over, we'll, once it's back from the ad, we'll do Pussies and Pianos. And we'll get to see kitty cats eating gushy food while Pianoman Rob Worrell plays us a couple of tunes. Emir, I'd love to have a go at snooker. I've never actually played like snooker. I've always played 8-ball and 9-ball. When I was growing up, I knew someone that had one of those octagon tables with the bumpers in it, like I guess just bumper pull. I don't know if there's a specific thing for that. Alexa, what's my notification? I have one new notification from the weather. U.S. National Weather Service. Wind advisory. Until tonight at 10 p.m., which is pretty accurate because the winds out there are about 500 miles an hour. Like I've seen a couple cows go by. Look, do I have to clean my Pruses after you visit? I don't think so. I don't generally do nasty things to 3D printers. If I'm going to do something horrible, it'll probably be do something else. I have to clean all my printers after what? Because of the cat fur? Or just all the friction marks? Or all the lube? C2S just apparently ran down the aisle. See the news story where someone crapped on a plane so bad they were forced to land and switch planes. I have not heard that one. Was not sure if the balls. Oh, if the ball. Yeah, no, yeah, we're good. We're good. No, I didn't ball sack your printers. My sack stayed in while I was hanging out. Captain Bout, the sexist gentleman is here. What's up? A little bit late, but here nonetheless. That's just fine. We're getting ready to do Pussies and Pianos. Twitch ad is going. Another 30 or so seconds, but we'll get ready for that. Then we'll pause the music and get that going here. The plane story is late. It was last year. Was that last year? See, we do actually, I forgot I have a couple things up there we can talk about. Actually, yeah, when we get back from Pussies and Pianos, we're going to have a poll. I will not say what it's about, but we will have a poll on something very important. Very important. That was discussed in the comments of one of my videos or somebody's video. I think it was one of mine. Twitch ad is done, so we are going to get ready for Pussies and Pianos. Let me make sure that's all working. Pull up Rob up there. Good. It didn't autoplay, which it does sometimes, which is weird. Let's put the camera back to its normal preset position. All right. It is now time for Pussies and Pianos. I'm going to go grab my second beer thing, and we'll go from there. So enjoy Rob and the kitties, and I will talk to you all in a few minutes. Boop, 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 boop. Thank you, Pianoman. Much appreciated. Good music as always. And why do I sound different for some reason? That's up, that's up, that's up. Alright, let's switch that over to here. And Twitch music. And alright. Yeah, the dude has been getting a little more comfortable here and there eating with them. If I stand there the entire time, he will definitely eat everything that he wants. But if I leave, sometimes he'll eat. But he never eats anymore after I would put the dish through the door before. He would never actually finish it. It was always Poofers who would eventually go in there and finish it. Which is funny because she goes in the basement a lot now where he generally hangs out. Ronnie kind of lives upstairs, like on the second floor, and hangs out in the middle floor. Tiny Mama lives all over the place, mostly on the middle floor. Poofers lives on the middle floor, and she's been going down into the basement a lot where the dude generally stays. So, I guess they're getting along a little better. The other day, Poofers and Ronnie were asleep within like 2 feet of each other, and they weren't trying to eat one another, so that was positive. Because I guess they're kind of slowly doing their thing, but I still want to get a one of those scent things to see if it'll help, since it's kind of making its way along. Maybe if I get that pheromone thing, it will help it a little more. And wow, Ronnie's going. Well, Ronnie walked away from his plate to go eat another plate. That's good. Sepultura's on the old playlist, sounds like. Yeah, alright. Oh, I guess Ronnie's done. Yeah, I was surprised dude was actually in the living room. He wasn't in the in his usual place. The tubes have gone? Which tubes? Oh, the tubes. Where the hell are the tubes? They're out there somewhere. Ronnie zoomies in and out of them, so they get moved around a lot. I gotta move them back into the hallway frequently. So I guess I know they were out there about 2 hours ago, so I have no idea what he did. No, dude, how many treats for dude that he's not hungry? Well, the dude was there. Let me see, while we're watching them, let me pull that up. Let's see if Dude Bro's out in the house. Now, the thing is, the camera's sitting on the side, and it's, for some reason, it won't let you turn the thing like in the software, so you're just stuck staring at it sideways. But I'll see if Dude Bro's it. What in the world? Ooh. Oh, yeah, he's definitely there. Here, real quick, I'll show you Dude Bro since he's standing right there. So there's the dude's brother outside with his little auto feeder. And if you look carefully, his auto feeder has little ears too. So that's live out front. Like I said, the camera, it's just the way the camera's sitting. It's just kind of how it is for the moment. But he's there. The auto feeder fed him about top of the hour. So almost an hour ago. But there's his brother. I'm gonna at some point this will be much improved. Like I'm gonna insulate his little house. I'm gonna put on a vestibule to help block wind out. But if you look, like if you were to see, like I got to get better pictures of him. Like if you were to see his face in person in color after seeing the dude, like there is no doubt that they are brothers. They even sound the same. The patterns on his back are the same as the patterning that's on the dude. And when you can see it, depending, obviously where it's not white. Anti-gravity cat standing on the wall, yes. Gramshaw, dude has a bro? Yeah, that's Mr. Tabinator, also known as Dude Bro, he was one of the first ones that were showing up on the front porch. And then him and the dude started showing up together. And then the dude decided he wanted to move inside. But yeah, I've known Dude Bro for a long time. I've known Gray Buddy even longer, but I saw Gray Buddy, about a week ago, but I don't get to catch him on camera very often. But yeah, Dude Bro, I currently call him my fluffy little watermelon, because he is a big boy right now. That is for goddamn sure. You know what, you can say he's comfy. He's got his little, that, you can see, I kind of can't see it, it's a little behind chat, but like over up on this end, you can see the cord. That's a zipper for the heat pad that's in there. And it stays warm, even when it was below zero. Like, it wasn't warm, you know what I mean? But it wasn't cold. It was staying reasonable, which isn't bad for something that's only pulling, like, I think it's only like a 30-watt bed thing. But he's doing good. He's chilling. He's doing all right. When it gets a little warmer and everything's doing its thing and I'm outside more, I'll hang out kind of with him a little bit and see if he wants to come hang out with his brother or if he wants to stay outside. That will be his choice. I'm not going to like trap him and bring him in or anything. Him and his brother have been living outside for 8 years. So if that's where he wants to stay, then that's where he can stay. But if he wants to come in, he can come in too. And I do occasionally take Gucci food out there for Dude Bro as well, so that, you know, he can enjoy the Gucciness. I've said it before, but it's truly wonderful that you do that, Scruff, for the animals. Truly innocent and sometimes are treated evilly by some shitbags of certain human beings. Yeah, I like kitty cats. Like, they didn't ask to be homeless kitties. I mean, obviously it helps that I was homeless for a little while in my life, so I have a little more understanding and empathy for them than maybe some other people. But yeah, man, just trying to take care of my little fuzzy watermelon. Now he cries all alone looking for his kidnapped bro. No, actually, I think that was only like the first couple nights. Like, I think he was trying to call out and find his brother the first couple nights, which kind of sucked. But that's also why those first couple nights I kept like shaking food and bringing him to the front porch, and like he could see, like Dude Bro and Dude could see each other, but I don't. Maybe it didn't click in or something because scent was missing because, you know, door in the way. I don't know. But like they have seen each other, and Dude doesn't really seem to care. Dude Bro just kind of looks in. Every once in a while, he'll like walk up to the glass and like jump up and start looking in. But he has no software. Yeah, nah, Ring on that particular camera doesn't have image rotation. I don't understand. Like, I can't imagine it's that difficult a feature to program in. But no, they do not have image rotation on that one. Kit Kats. Alright, anything fun happens out there, I'll let you know. I'll keep that camera view up. If Dude comes out, do anything, I'll flip it back over. Ugh. Yeah, I was going to say maybe on another stream or this about you being homeless and in a bad place. How you came back to be a success. Well, I guess I've somewhat succeeded in life, although it's a little difficult as of lately, but that's all right. But either way, we have a fresh beer. Let's get that opened up. Your puss looks really secure and settled. Nah, I think they all feel pretty good with their situation. Everybody's got fresh food, fresh water. Dude Bro gets to stay warm. Cheers, everybody. And I've talked about the homeless thing on stream before. Like, for a little while, for almost a year, like, I lived behind a dumpster, and any food I ate was what I stole for the most part. what was that? Oh, there we go. Not exactly the pinnacle of my life experiences, but boy, that does tell you to appreciate some shit later on in life. Ugh. Phew. Just got to put in the time. That's all. A little bit of effort, a little bit of time. Get things sorted out, and you'll be just fine. All right. First, let's see. Jack Attack sent in a couple of goofy things, as Jack Attack do. First, we have the Dainty Muff Diver. Almost looks like a bottle of Grey Poupon. Find it at your local store. Evaporated milk, as exactly described, because it has all evaporated away. I have a heart on my head. Oh, good for you. Okay, cat. And yes, depending on which way the dude lays, sometimes it looks like a butterfly, sometimes it looks like a ding-dong. His little side marking. That's okay. If he lays the other way, it almost looks like a cat fur, like it looks like someone laid a cat fur on his back, depending on how he lays. That, go there, minimize that, shove that over there. We're good here, good there. All right. Our poll. Where is that thing? So the poll we are going to discuss. If I can find it in my thingy, graphical poll. Do not enable poll yet. Poll questions. What do you consider fully, or actually we'll just say naked. Like if someone says naked. Can I get an official dude report? Doing good. Generally, like whenever I'm if I'm like chilling around, he's usually chilling, touching me. Him and Poofers are kind of sort of getting along a little bit better. What do you consider naked? Question mark. Poll option answers. Not a stitch on ya. Socks, okay. There. Socks and shoes, okay. Because, you know. Glasses don't count because you kind of need glasses. So we're always going to stick with glasses being option one way or another. Not a stitch on your socks, okay. Socks and shoes, okay. All that and a hat. So there's some 3 or 4 socks. Whatever amount of sock. Well, I would have to, I'm sorry, it's 2 socks. That third sock, no, the socks have to be on your feet. So, well, yeah, we'll qualify that. Socks have to be on your feet. Nowhere else. All right, reset that poll and enable. To answer, just hit 1, 2, 3, or 4, and then hit enter. Don't say 1 because it's great, because it won't count. Just hit the number, hit enter, and that will count. So what do you consider naked? Is socks okay? Personally, I consider socks and shoes to be fine. If you're saying you are, what is the camera doing? Oh, okay. So I'm going to go ahead and vote 3. Chucky Dane, what's up, buddy? Valakar? Did I get? Oh no, I think I got. Yeah, I got you on the thanks. I got you on that one. What's up, Oddbjorn? Cyberlight, I see you talking. How you doing? Thanks for hanging out. 1 sock. No, not. I mean, if it's 1 sock, it's still got to be on the foot. I've always considered socks and generally shoes is fine because sometimes you need to be naked outside. Although there have been plenty of times I've gone outside naked and not had shoes or socks on. Even like at my one way back ex-girlfriend's house, her mom would always yell at me in the winter because I'd always have to like get shit from my truck at the time or my car, depending on which time we were dating. And there'd always be bare footprints in the snow going out to the truck or car and back, and she'd always yell at me, and I'd be like, I don't even fucking feel it. Like, I used to love just being, like, mostly naked in the snow. I mean, granted, when I was up there, I'd at least have boxers on. I ain't trying to, I mean, we're out in the middle of nowhere, but still, I mean, you at least want some boxers on if you're going outside in the winter. Rob says, I can't do stings by half. I even take my glasses off. Wow, okay. Rob wants full. Rob needs, oh yeah, Rob voted one. Gotta have it all off. Okay, okay. Lockwatcher is about to make a super grilled cheese with fried egg on board. Are you putting any other meat on there? Any other source of protein, or are you just sticking with the fried egg? That seems like it would be all right, but when I do grilled cheese, I prefer to add meat protein. I mean, at that point, it's really just a cheese and egg sandwich. If you're doing a grilled cheese with fried egg, I mean, that's kind of just a breakfast sandwich. That's just my opinion, not downing you, just working it out in my head. Scruff trying to get both mother and daughter. What do you mean tried? Anyway, and sister, but I want to dispute Graham's 3 vagina joke to amend it to at least 5 vagina. What, a vagina joke? Graham Shaw. Let's see. What does Graham Shaw have for vagina jokes? Not sure how much Cosmo would cope with another cat in the house. He does seem to go on with other cats. That's not what we were talking about, but that could be what Fama's talking about. What's up, Spudley? Jonathanonymous. Is that kind of flows? That kind of flows if you get it right. Top of the hour toot, folks. Let's do this one. Cheers, everybody. Appreciate you hanging out. Where are we at up here? Not a stitch on ya. Socks are okay. Socks and shoes are okay. Wow, that's just me and one other person. Wow, okay. All that and a hat is okay. All right, so we have varying levels. So all that and a hat, that's kind of the agreement with the shoes and all that. You know what? I'm going to change my vote, because if you vote again, it just changes it. It doesn't double count it, as far as I know. I'm going to type 4. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with all that and a hat, because, yeah, I do believe that with hat, it's okay. All right, well, we'll let that go for a minute. Oh, yeah, it is 7 o'clock, so it is officially okay to talk about food stuff now. That being said, let's see. What's Fama I got here? I've seen a grilled cheese with shredded cheddar and Philadelphia cream cheese with mayo and garlic on the outside, also provolone slices inside. Well, that's just a whole lot of fried stuff and cheese. I mean, that sounds just fine. And there's an important quote of the day. Cyberlight. I gotta use this feature more often. Apparently, what I've been trying to do to get it to auto highlight stuff just doesn't necessarily work with the alerts I think it does. Tricky Dean, apropos nudity, isn't it weird that you always feel, oh wow, what the big scroll, feel more nude when you have bare feet in boots as opposed to socked feet in boots? That is a very good point. Let me click on that. That is a good point. You do feel much more naked, or I will agree that I feel much more naked if I don't put socks on, because it doesn't feel complete, because bare feet are in shoe or boot. That is a good point. I definitely agree with that. Never thought of that before. Yeah, yeah. Oh, is that scrolling? Yeah, okay. Got another ad getting ready to start on Twitch. Adding bacon. Okay, bacon works. That helps. I mean, at that point, it's still kind of a breakfast sandwich, but more bacon, more better. Emir, 3 nuns went for a walk and saw a naked man asleep. The DoorDash girl? Wait, what? Three nuns went for a walk and saw a naked man asleep. The first nun screamed and ran off. The second one fainted, and the third one had a stroke. Yeah, I can't wait to see what happens to that dumbass DoorDash girl. I can't wait to see the videos, because one says they have video that she didn't open the door, and the other says they have video that she did open the door, which is pretty important one way or the other. If you don't know what I'm talking about, some DoorDasher went to do a delivery. They said leave it at the front door, outside the front door. So apparently she walked up to the house, and somehow the door suddenly existed in an open situation. A drunk dude was passed out on the couch with his pants down, as you do, and she decided to film it, and then post it on TikTok with him being naked as shit, saying that she was harassed. And now it looks like she's facing 8 years in prison for acting like a fucking idiot and then claiming she was the victim. So, yeah. I heard someone talk about leftover bacon. Never heard of it before, says C2S. Yeah, that is a somewhat rare phenomena that does occasionally happen here and there. Rasher, eat organic veg, guys. Or do you mean vegan? Do you mean we should eat vegan guys that are organic? Like chop up our neighbors? Because well, not most of us, but a lot of us already do that. But I mean, I guess it would make sense if you're going to eat people, eat vegans. Maybe they're healthier for you. I don't know. Trading, I mean, sometimes I forget to take the bins out until I'm ready for bed. God, I fucking hate that. And then I wear only a dressing gown and boots when putting them out. Yeah, I've done the same thing. But luckily now I have like my little slip-on kitty cat slipper thing. Can I request a song, Shed My Skin by Within Temptation? Yeah, we can do that in a moment. Is the DoorDasher case a test case now? Kind of seems like it's going to set the precedent, because it's pretty high profile. Did she post the pizza into the crack of his ass? No, I don't actually know what happened to the food itself. See you later, Emir. Appreciate you hanging out. Celtic Engine, I don't care about nudity by anyone. It's what someone actually does that matters, not whether they are clothed or not. I just consider why humans cover up in the first place. Yeah, I don't know. I guess they kind of got used to it once things got warm. Somehow jealousy got started way back in the day. What keeps... Oh, that keeps popping. Okay. I have to fix that slider. One of my microphone slider, that little pop you heard, it needs to get cleaned up. All right, where's that song at? Shed My Skin by Within Temptation. Let's see. And then we'll just see what plays after that. Search. Shed My Ballsack. Okay. Who's it by again? There's a whole lot of those for some reason. Within Temptation. Here's one. It's featuring someone. I don't know if it's the right version, but that's what I found. I think some sleeping pants and slippers are store wear, or some think sleeping good. Yeah, like I got my Garfield jammy jams on, but I would never wear them out. Like I'll go get mail and shit, but I ain't trying to go to the store. Stage cane lock, what? Leftover bacon is an oxymoron. Leftover bacon is a weird paradoxical thing. Like I said, it doesn't occasionally happen, but it's definitely the outlier. Red Dwarfer. It's not unusual where I live to see people in PJs and dressing gowns at the shop. Yeah, you see that a lot here too. I think for some people it just boils down to being, not everybody, but like I said, some people it just boils down to just too fucking lazy. They get dressed. Some people just want to stay comfy, but I know for sure it's some people just do it because they're lazy. Zap Sparky. So who's going? Oh yeah, Emir's rolling. Zap Sparky. What did Zap Sparky say? Scrolling up. Let's see. Pointing at the parrot named Patty, loves singing along to Pavarotti and laughed like Frank Bruno. Fuck knows. It's fucking scroll. Stop scrolling. Fuck knows where he picked that up from. Birds. Not super awesome with birds. Yeah, the guy I know, his autistic son bought his parrot without telling anyone and just brought it home one day. His dad is allergic to the dander, but tough shit dad. Yeah, I don't know. I've never been real big on parrots and pet birds. They just, I mean, honestly, obviously, I know cats and any pet is a shit machine, but it seems all they really do is shit, make noise, and bite you. But I'm not saying they're a bad pet. They're just not a pet for me. Our dwarf says we have nasty grass in New Zealand called cutty grass. Definitely a good incentive to wear pants. Always hilarious when someone does a drunken nudie streak through a clump of cutty grass. I've heard of that. Gramshaw needs to pee. All right, you should probably take care of that. Rasher says, I just got home from a night out in the city of Dublin. Seen a comedy show. It was great. Got caught pissing in a doorway by the cops, but they let you off. Yeah, you might want to be careful with that. Because they're not always going to let you off. Rob says, I only have the radio on in bed. Yeah, well, when I get home, I have Alexa set to, like, just turn on jazz throughout. Like, right now it's in the living room, but I'm going to eventually figure out how to make it to, like, go through the house. I don't know if they've updated their routines yet. But there's generally some music playing in the house somewhere. One massive P. 1 minute P. A 1 minute P would be a massive P, Fama. That would kind of go hand in hand. Jack Attack. I recently switched the labels on my wife's spice rack. She hasn't noticed yet, but the time is cumin. Oh boy. I knew someone who went to eat applesauce and they were in such a hurry just to eat fucking applesauce that they grabbed cumin instead of cinnamon. And they ended up eating the applesauce anyway. And my understanding is it wasn't very pleasant because they like a lot of cinnamon. And I do believe a lot of cumin was placed onto the applesauce. That was an unfortunate, and it wasn't me, but it was an unfortunate experience, I imagine. But waste not, want not, I guess. Graham has gone for a pee and we'll be back in 3. 3 what, Rob? 3 minutes? And is that 3 regular minutes or 3 metric minutes? Because it exists. We discussed that a while ago. Metric minutes existed for a while. France tried it. France failed. I don't know why I said France failed. That's usually just kind of built in. That grass makes nasty cuts, heals very slowly, says Cyberlight. I'm pretty sure we have that or something similar around here. Because I used to hike in shorts, but now I hike in surplus cotton military pants. Because I would actually go through some thorns and get like necrotic cuts where like the wound would just grow. Like I'd get like a little prick from just a fucking thorn on, and it would usually start with this little tiny pinprick, and by the time it was done, it would be a hole like you could almost fit a small marble in. It would just fucking just go necrotic on the skin. And they're all over the place around here. So I started wearing fucking long pants, and I get a lot less of them. Still get some pricks off of them if I go off-road, as it were. What's up, MK? You can't do socks either there, MK? You're all about it's got to be everything? Okay, all right. Corn cuts like that? Is corn really that sharp? What, like corn leaves? Obviously not the corn cobs. Definitely not sharp corn cobs. Ticks? Well, ticks just... Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, that's the other thing. Especially when you start going off trail, Yeah, like you are in tick central. But I usually I usually get the stuff that has DEET in it, which basically is horrible. It kills everything and, well, at least keeps it away from you. Like corn cuts like razors, really. A rose bush sticker fungus? Nah, these aren't rose bushes. It's some sort of, I'll have to, when I'm hiking, which I'm definitely got to get out this year. When I'm out hiking this year, maybe I'll take some pictures, see if I can identify it or something. Those thorns sound like our bush lawyer vines. Yeah, these are just kind of sticks. I mean, it's literally just a stick. I'm sure if I had a picture of the leaves, we could probably identify it a little bit better. UK Richie says paper cuts suck. Oh, yeah, those things stay forever and are always in the worst spots. I have been on the metric time website, says Josh. Really? Like there's someone's still trying that out, I guess. Or is it more of a in memory of kind of website? 3 shakes of a lamb's tail. Yeah, or put that fucking thing in the oven for a little while. I just got a bing bong. Why'd I get a bing bong? I got 2 bing bongs. Why am I getting bing bongs? I don't have any notifications. Usually if I get bing bongs midstream, it's for a thing. Oh, no. Okay. Is that it? Oh, no. Yeah. Okay. Lockwatch. I'm getting bing bongs from Lockwatcher. All right. So it is past 7. So food is a thing. The dude isn't out. So here's Lockwatchers. So we have the cheese. Oh, I'm sorry. That's egg. That's the egg thing. Okay. So there's the egg. That doesn't work. Like that. There's the bacon and something underneath. I do believe. Oh, that would be the bread underneath. Then we have the egg, then the bacon, and the square cheese. Which I do still use square cheese a lot on my grilled cheeses. Not all the time. And again, pretty good even. A little bit light on that end, but that is just fine. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. Good even color. I like that pan. I usually squish mine down a bit. But that looks good. That looks good. I would definitely eat that like a mother cruncher. Thank you for those. And thank you for making us all hungry. Let's see. Let me click this real quick. All right. All right. D-Wood. Did D-Wood stop in today? I don't know that I've seen D-Wood in here today. A structural building of a sandwich. Well, yeah, a good sandwich, you do have to kind of sort out the structure of it a little bit. Yeah, let me post a link for everybody. If you enjoy gaming, apparently Arc Raiders, our member D Wood, is considering starting to stream soon. I'm going to post he'll be streaming from Twitch if he does, and that is his Twitch link in chat in both Twitch and YouTube if you want to look. And if you're showing up late, don't forget to check the poll. What do you consider fully naked? Is socks allowed? Is socks and shoes allowed? Is socks, shoes, and a hat allowed? There's D-Wood, and you're just here lurking. All right. Doing his thing. Did you ever check to make sure your profile was public so that people can search for you a little easier? What was the cost? Are these just cotton blanks or poly brand? Today I discovered AliExpress sells t-shirts. I have 10 lined up to order now. Like custom goofy logo-y t-shirts or like t-shirty t-shirts. I got nailed by an aloe vera plant one time. Major problem? Oh, like, yeah, those can get pointy, can't they? If I remember correctly. From the AI, says Fanplant. Sporotrichinosis, commonly known as Rose Gardner's disease, is a fungal skin infection caused by Sporothics fungi, typically contracted when soil when soil, plants, or infected animals, I guess, make contact, open wound kind of thing. Okay. That might be what it is. It is just weird that no matter what I do, it just goes. Like I've even gotten them and known, hey, let me go clean that, and it just still does its thing once it's in there. Should be public. All right, good. Deltic Engine, I've been working on a metric time system in my head for a while. The difference being that in my system there are 100 hours in a day, which makes for a considerably better resolution. That's an interesting concept. I mean, I guess as long as you can correlate it properly to what needs to get done, and like, why not? Watcher says on Sunday morning, Simple Electronics will be experimenting with LabVIEW. 8 a.m. Franco Walker is a moderator. I think I subscribed to them. Let me see. Like, I'll post their link up here. Simple Electronics on YouTube. I am subscribed. Am I notified? And I do have all notifications. So here's Simple Electronics if you want to check them out. C2S with Give a Toast. 1 second after I give a link. Watched them a few times. I got to watch them more, but it's a good channel. Good channel. I have no idea what's playing right now. Oh, it's just kind of going with that album. All right. I think we're going to, after this song, we'll switch to something else. Let's see, we'll go home. Why not? I haven't listened to that on here in a while. Huh. I don't buy clothes from AliExpress anymore. It's really hard to determine the quality from the advertisement. Oh yeah, I can imagine. At this point, I ain't gonna fucking lie. If I need most of my clothes, I'll probably just get them from Printify. Like, unless I need something specific, because like I pay about the same price for a T-shirt if I order a sample from Printify that I would if I had it like went and just bought a T-shirt. Like it's almost the same price ish. I mean, it's a little bit more, but it's also customized, and you don't pay for a Printify account. So like pretty much anybody could just go to Printify, open an account, start designing shit, and you could just like send yourself samples for a really good price for like custom logo clothes and stuff. Just saying. Just saying. But yeah, at this point, like I'll probably just get a lot of stuff from Printify. All they need is like I don't know. If they start selling pants. Oh, actually, they do sell pants. I think they sell pants and jeans and all that shit too. They sell a lot of stuff that you can get just custom logos on. Like, just saying, and it's free. Like, you can literally get your own custom T-shirts for really, really fucking a lot cheaper than you can off of like Amazon or something. Clothing direct from China has always been an adventure. Will it be normal size for China? 2 or 3 smaller, SC2S. Yeah, I've heard that's definitely a an all over the place kind of thing. Then we have a toast. Yes, a toast. Let's do that. Let's use this one. Cheers, everybody. Thank you, C2S, for that. I don't eat at other restaurants. I eat at my own, so that makes sense. Well, there you go. Perfect. Ooh. And Fama has subscribed to Simple Electronics. Oh, very good. Cyberlight says if you buy a full container, you can get everything branded with your logo. Well, there you go. You can get a lot of stuff with your logo if you just kind of know where to look. Printify seems to be a really good spot for me anyway. I guess on most of your custom shops, if it's a free account, you could probably get yourself sent pretty much whatever you want. Delta Genshin, here's a weird one for you. The internal medical cameras are unused on eBay and connect via Bluetooth. Anyone tried playing with one? I have not. What are they usually going for there, Deltic? That would be interesting to mess around with. Like I have 2 wireless cameras. I have one from Harbor Freight, which actually has a detachable screen that's good for like at least 50 feet, or you can hook it up to an external display. And I have one of those little ear camera things that I use at work for like looking around corners. Like that's a little Bluetooth one on that connects to your phone. I do have a couple of cameras like that because sometimes it's just what you need, especially that borescope from that I have, because that'll actually fit through into a past a spark plug hole, so you can look around inside the engine. Lockwatcher says the sandwich is the bizarre. Well, there you go. I will be having house special fried rice for dinner. House special being fried rice, and then cooked into it is pork, chicken, beef, and shrimp. They are date expired and going cheap for only tens of British pounds. I mean, look, you know what? If you got a few bucks laying around and seems like something you should go for, and I guess if the seller has any kind of a rating and a warranty, I'd probably go for it. Just when it showed up, I'd probably stick it in I'd probably stick it in a box with one of these for a little while, just to make sure everything is sanitary. It says unused, but you know what? It never hurts. I love the smell of ozone in the morning. Ugh. So I'd probably go for that. I would just just do your due diligence to make sure it is sanitary. Frank Nedabetti, borescopes are a requirement working in the mechanical shops these days. Like when the guys at work forgot a rag and an intake port. Oh, when he replaced the head on a tractor and was trying to diagnose the misfire or the miss. Yeah, oof. Watch your eyes. Yeah, don't stare at it for very long. Just a couple seconds is fine. Smells like after a thunderstorm. Yes. Or, Chris, I've also noticed when I was working at Amazon, the bright white garage doors and like the big white walls. I don't know why, but it seemed like on that side of the building, whenever the sun hit the outside of the building, the whole place like would get like the faintest along that walkway. You'd start to smell ozone. There's a UV filter in your glasses. Well, yeah, that's true too. Yeah. It looks like they are still sealed in their original medical boxes. Well, shit. I mean, that's even better. That just makes it even more, you know, a better possibility that they weren't messed with. I'd probably get one. Not your skin, though. Yeah, no. That's why it's very short exposure times. Perfect for playing pull in as long as you win. The other pull shirts I want says, your mom phone, you left your game at home. Nice. How special, great version, says Lockwatcher. Even better when it's a little spicy. Yeah, sometimes I'll request a little spice into it, but generally speaking, when I'm eating Chinese food, the closest thing to spicy I do is, like if I eat sushi, I put raw wasabi on it. Um, a lot of times what I'll do is I'll get wasabi. Like if I know I'm having a lot of sushi, I'll get a big ass bowl of wasabi and put just enough soy sauce in it to make it like, I don't know, like paste, like a thick paste, like not a thick paste. Wasabi is a thick paste. Well, in America, it's just green horseradish, but almost like actually a sauce, kind of like a sauce, close to like a good thick tomato sauce. Yours wasabi is blobby, sauce is saucy. And then I'll just heavy dip my fucking sushi in that because I fucking love horseradish, wasabi, whatever you want to call it. Was there an unboxing? Not really tonight. I mean, I showed off a couple things that I showed off Thursday that we got in, which basically consists of filament and holster stuff, Yeah, basically. Palma says, also nice to unbox to C2S, who has presented us with some ASCII boobage. A home colostomy, says C2S. Yeah, I mean, I suppose there's always that option, too. Same for goid egg rolls? What is goid egg rolls there, Blackwatcher? Is that a typo or is that a thing? Because I always get pork egg rolls or shrimp egg rolls or both. Like, actually, today I got both. Um, I used to get spring egg rolls every once in a while, but I'd rather have either pork or shrimp egg rolls. Mentioned a big unboxing tonight on Thursday. Oh, yeah, was that the MREs? Well, no, I mean, I did say I was going to show that stuff tonight. Everything else is, I kind of did. Like, I remember I said I was going to show that the stuff I unboxed on Thursday. I said I was going to show it again tonight. That was about it. And any other thing fresh that really showed up since then was the new tools, as I showed earlier, for work, since I broke some of my other ones. But that's fine, because I didn't have an Allen key socket set that's that long anyway. I don't know who the company is, but I was going to get, was it Sunex? I was going to hopefully, or Sunex or Best Tools is a company I usually get off Amazon. They're really good, but they did not have extended Allen sets. Do I have any Rita tools? No, I do not. I do not. I typically, tool-wise, I just see, depending on the tool, sometimes some companies are better than others, and I just kind of go in that rough direction, I guess. Beef fried rice, pork fried rice, says Fama. Well, yeah, I mean, just get all that all in once. Stealth mode spiker, what's up, buddy? Air fryer steak and sides came out so good tonight. Well, good. You actually put the steak in the air fryer? I feel like I've heard of that, but I've never actually tried that. I mean, I'll occasionally put the steak in, well, I mean, I've got it in my big ass convection oven, but I wouldn't really say that's an air fryer. Wait a minute, who just left? DJ Bones, are you leaving? Off to feed the girl. The ladies. Nighty night. See you later, DJ. Tell the ladies we said hello. Which of the bits in that set? It wasn't that set. It was my regular set of Allen. Well, two sets of just regular Allen keys, because I carried 2 or 3 sets with me, but both of them broke when I was trying to get a set screw out of a pressure washer pump that was, mated to an electric motor. So before I left, I drenched that fucking thing in PB Blaster, and when I get back, the first thing I'll do, I'm going to get out of the van, go soak it more PB Blaster, and then go get my tools. And probably my little torch, because I may have to torch the goddamn thing off. It's an oven-style air fryer. Okay, because I have the Ninja 11-in-1 desktop, countertop, air fryer, oven, roaster, fucking thing. Actually, I got to fix it. I was using it like every day, all day, day. So I wore out the cable in the flex hinge thing. What did you blast, Scrufdog? What did I blast? PB Blaster. I didn't blast. Well, I mean, I blasted it with PB Blaster. Have I been stealth blocked? Asked Deltic Engine. I don't believe so. Did I miss a comment somewhere? Or are you having an issue? Looks like they're still sealed in their boxes. I don't actually see anything else from you until you said that. PillCam colon 2 capsule endoscopy. Wow. Okay. Yeah. PillCam colon 2 capsule endoscopy camera. Given imaging expired 2028 medical dev. Okay. If you're trying to post a link, that won't work. but you can post that description. That should help find it. Have you tried diesel fuel and ATF to get parts to free up? Asked Frank. Not in a while. Usually PV Blaster is all I need on most things. The torch I really don't have to use too much. Mostly on, well, mostly on traction motor gears. Like when I was doing that at Amazon, that apparently I wasn't supposed to be doing, even though they told me I could. It wouldn't let you post a link. Yeah, that's all on YouTube. Links and stuff are turned off. Gramshaw. In the end, we wiped the floor with them and put them back in their place. So unlucky, I learned never to underestimate my opponent, says Rob. The table always punished us for being a bad sport. Yeah, I would say so. The second match, Rob says, my second match with the team, the other side beat them easily last year and thought it was going to be easy again, but we practically pasted them. Well, there you go. It's always good when you have a cocky opponent walk in and then they just plug it all up. Celtic, make sure you're on all messages. I've seen your recent messages. Oh, that was just for the link thing. Yeah. All right. The poll. Let's see. If you haven't voted yet, just hit 1, 2, 3, or 4. Don't type anything after it. Just type the number. Let me. Where is the poll? What is going on over there? That's that. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Delete that. Back over to here. Where is my poll? Aha. There it is. All right. So last call on the poll. We're going to end that here in just a second. But yeah, obviously, most people do not even want socks on. What we got? 14, 1, 4, and 5. Yeah, definitely outvoted. So most of you do not accept socks as nakedness. That's okay. That's okay. I still think socks are fine, but whatever. Jack Attack says, I once dated and then broke up with the invisible woman. I don't know what I saw in her. It's all right, Jack. You could just see right through her. You could just see right through her shenanigans. I was told my singles opponent was good, which made me cautious, but I still did him 2-1. So you did him twice and he did you once? It's pretty good stamina, buddy. Because I know those matches don't take too long. You eating a lot of oysters or something? Don't worry about if she was a gold digger. Could see right through her. Okay, yeah, Belmont's getting it on to. Gotcha. Blackwatcher, you cannot go wrong with a grilled cheese sandwich with egg and bacon. A righteous sandwich, even with a touch of mayo. I don't know about the whole mayo thing, but the rest of it looks pretty good. Sorry. Damn, you spell trick. Could put the link on Discord. Which, oh yeah, actually, yeah. If you can always throw it on my Discord. If any links or whatever, those should work everywhere. Forgot I can post links on the Discord. Thanks for the reminder. Oh, there you go, there, Frank Nutter Betty. Sterling. Oh yeah, I forgot to heat up the water for the engine. I try to remember that. Sometimes I remember, sometimes I forget. I kind of had a bit of stuff to do before the stream. I knew I was forgetting something. Seems like about every other or every 2 streams, I forget to heat that up so that it goes spinny, spinny, click, 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 click. Graham Shaw, the last slot car race meet I went all out. Nothing to lose, right? I broke their lap record in practice and only 30 minutes on the track. Nice. Yeah, might as well just go balls out if you ain't going to be hanging out anymore. See what you can really do before you piss everybody off. And then go, okay, well, I'm leaving anyway. Rob says, I was told my... Oh, no, okay. So why did I think that said passport in there? So I don't know why Rob's talking about a passport. Unless he's coming over here to bring me a grilled cheese, which would be fine. That would be fine. You rolling out there, Mr. S? Yep, I'm off to bed. Have a good weekend. You do the same, buddy. Have a good rest of your weekend. Reminder of the V8 returning Wednesday. Yes, the V8 troubleshooting will resume on Thursday. We'll give that a day, and then we'll do something else the next Wednesday if we don't get it running, or if we're really fucking close. But I ain't gonna mess with this thing 2 weeks in a row, because that's gonna frustrate the shit out of me. But we'll get that going, and then we'll probably do the AWM Lego-ish, Lego-ish rifle I have. It's an old British sniper rifle. Dang, I could have had a V8. Yeah, I got it. Actually, I've had a V8 a few times in my life. The veggie fruit drink thing. They're not bad. They're pretty good with pepper. Or you could just heat it up and call it tomato soup, I guess. I mean, I'm going to have to remember to bring my battery pack in, too. Since we know that thing's definitely a little power-hungry bastard. And we'll get to see if hopefully the starter will spin the right way. There's that too. Oh yeah, which means we're gonna have to repair the wiring on it, get everything rewired up. It's still got fuel there. I smelled the fuel the other day. The gas can still has good fuel in it. C2S just says and vodka. Okay. Vodka's usually pretty good. Oh, yeah, with V8. Yeah, V8 and vodka. That apparently used to be a popular thing. Frank Netabetty says, I sent a link on Discord about how a dirty filter is more efficient and trapping dirt than a new one. Well, it makes sense. I mean, you're going to close the air gaps a little bit, add a little static, add some more roughness to the filter for texture. Funny thing is, that track they had was our old track, so they were like, oh, you knew that track so well, but no, I was on a 7-year break when our guys were using that track. Ah, so you just kind of went out on a fresh track and just whooped it up. V8 and beer in the old days. V8 and beer? Was that like a hangover thing? Like, spicy V8 juice works great as a veg and meat soup. I've heard that as well. I think I tried spicy V8 once. Don't remember. I'm gonna go ahead and end the poll. All right, so now we know where we are with naked. I will have to keep all that in mind. Make sure I use my terminology, because if for some reason I have to announce I'm naked on a live stream, which I really hope that doesn't happen. But I will clarify as to whether socks are involved, since that seems to be an important thing. Oh, speaking of food, that's right. Honey. Have you heard about honey being in the news lately in the States? I forget where it was around here in the States somewhere. But as Americans, as you know, we go through fads of where we pick one product that has to go into everything. You know, there was on some of the products survive after the fads, like how for a little while we literally had to put bacon flavor in fucking everything, including inorganic stuff that just sat around the house, or even bacon scented toilet paper. Yes, it existed. It maybe still exists. I don't know. But so you got that, then was it late 90s, early 2000s, cranberries went in everything, that kind of deal. Well, in America, we also have the tendency to make energy everything. Energy drinks, energy bars, energy this, energy fucking broccoli that you can snort up your nose, whatever. Like energy, we have an energy version of everything now. Energy beer, like no shit. What is that? Like Four Loco? Isn't that like fucking energy beer or energy alcohol or whatever? Well, someone decided to come out with energy honey. Fair enough. They took raw organic honey, like they were doing it right. They decided to mix with apparently some thing that I forget what it was, but some compound chemical or whatever that was known to be an energy boost in foods. Well, the reason why it was an energy boost in food was it kind of helped dilate your blood vessels a little bit. It wasn't cocaine. Wherever the fuck it was, when the dudes were eating the honey, it had a tiny little blue pill effect on it. So their energy honey was giving dudes boners left and right. So they had to do a recall on it. And I'll tell you what, if I was that company, as soon as I got it all back, just put it in a new package, say, call it boner honey, and then send it right on back out. Because holy shit. Someone accidentally created boner honey. No fucking joke. Leave it to America to accidentally create something that generates boners. Including that set right there on screen. Jesus Christ, lady. Like, they push it as much as they can on some of these just chattings with their boobs hanging out. Anyway. Boner honey. Like, seriously, Dave. It is fucking boner honey. Oh, wait a minute. God, I asked that question earlier. Forgot to answer it. Whoever asked the other day about what music was playing in the beginning, and I do believe you were talking about this music. I don't forget the exact track, but it's whatever it is, it's from White Bat Audio. I just forget which track. It'll definitely be probably a synth track, either a dark synth or chill synth track. I'll try to poke around and find it, but it's definitely White Bat Audio. That's who I use for all my background music, except for the Doom intro I have with the Doom soundtrack, but that's open source, whatever you want to call it, not copyrighted. Like, people are free to use Doom music. But yeah, if I stumble across the exact track, I'll let you know. I forget, because usually when I record those, I don't download the music. I just play it. I'll play the YouTube track on the gaming rig and record the audio directly into Adobe Premiere. So I don't always remember the track. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. It might be, I did put some of the tracks on playlists. So I might be able to give you the exact track for that. But yeah, like I said, all my music, except for the Doom song, is White Bat Audio. Let's see. Dune, Drone Stuff, Gray Zone, Forklift, Legos, fucking Kerbal. What a disappointment. Where is my music one? Oh, there it is. What is in the music playlist? Okay, it's not that one. Definitely not that one. Not that one. I have 7 tunes here. I'm seeing if any of them are that one. I don't know that they apply, dude. Definitely not that one. There it is. Hey, I have the exact one. It is called Ambush. Ambush. That, since you're on Twitch, is right there. That is that song. Ambush by White Bat Audio. Blah, blah, blah. Now that one, yeah, the one that's in the video description, that's the one for this show. The one they wanted to know was for the other shows. Yeah, Agent of Chaos by White Bat Audio is the Saturday night intro song. Captain Barrett, I am off to bed. Or off for tonight. Have a good one. See you next time. All right, there, Captain Barrett. Oh, wait, hold on. I didn't see you send a photo in. Hold on, Captain. Captain has an update. Son of a bitch, I just saw that. There is the update from Captain Barrett and his ladies. Pretty sure I have those exact same things from way back when I used to grow. That was weird. That was a weird little itchy on my ear. There we go. There's what's left of Captain Barrett's ladies. Doing all right. Very good. Sorry I'd missed that. Hopefully you're still here. That looks good. You have to let us know how that works out for you in, about a month or so. Yeah, let's see here. Guy had nothing to say to me at all. Just made me more determined and thus more focused. Graham Shaw is good at being focused when they need to be. Well, excellent. Can bees feed on coca plants? That would be some production. Well, apparently if you do a lot of pot or hemp plants around beehives, you can get like hempy. I don't know if you can get like good honey, but I know you can get like hempy honey out of it. Frank Netabetty. So at work, I listen to Lithium on Sirius. I used to listen to that. Well, when I listened to Sirius, which I still have. I called in about 3 to 4 weeks ago requesting a band. Actually heard that band play on Thursday morning. The band is the Tragically Hip. All right. Check them out. Whisper Sweet Nothing to the Cures. Huh? I mean, to the curing ladies. You should always talk to your ladies when they're curing. Yep, you saw it. All right, good. Already made some space brownies from it. Ah, there you go. Just remember, the longer it kind of cures and does its thing, usually you can get a little bit more of a head space out of it. Or no, I'm sorry. Wait, no. It's heady at first and then body if you let it go. Heady at first and then body. That's right. Graham Shaw, in the final, they were so blown away as I let my teammate win over me to let him be a British champion at the event blew their minds. Well, that's cool. I won well, almost won a national tournament once. Like I won, but my team didn't. But that was okay. I was 4-0 in every play, or no, 5-0 in every playoff match I ever did in pool. Won a Vegas trip. They were amazed as I was following the position of 5 other cars while racing at 90%. Asked my teammate to lift up his pace a little bit as I was catching him. Oh, now you've moved on to racing? Okay. Frank Netabetty, Royal Honey VIP was a gas station supplement that's been around since 2015, but it had some other regulated stuff in it. Yeah. You can find all kinds, and this is where the boner honey was. As a matter of fact, it was gas station honey, from my understanding. It was just doing more than they stated, but like I said, they just need to repackage it as boner honey, and they'll be fucking spot on. Especially because they already have the free publicity for it, so you know it works. Might as well take advantage of it. Celtic Edge. I wonder what the problem is. The pill can Colin 2. Oh, are you trying to just get to it or something? I do understand when they say it's expired. I believe a lot of medical equipment has certain run times just so that like you don't have to worry about like dirt, unsanitary shit, fungus, moss, weird stuff inside the equipment that could like come out. I do believe that's why most medical equipment has a time span on it. It's because of things inside that can build up, over time. All right, we are coming up on about 7 minutes till we are going to call it an evening. Oh, does anybody play Humanit Z? I don't know if you've heard of that. For those of you on Twitch, when it's over, if Killer Mike's still streaming, I'm gonna Twitch radio over to him. He's playing the Humanit Z. Just did its 1.0 release. It's kind of like an over-the-top zombie grinder. Sort of like Project Zomboid, but different enough and a little easier, a little different, a little harder, a little more compatible, I guess. But Mike's been playing that, and we may open a server for that as well, besides the Vane server we already have open. I couldn't comment anything including those words. I mentioned it so you could look at them. Might be useful for a discrete Bluetooth. Yeah, absolutely. That's what I'm saying. Like I would, like it sounds like you should probably get one. It sounds like they're fine. They just expired because of time. Like I said, I would definitely get one. Wonder what the problem is. PM cam call to, and that's going to be a like I have filters turned off on chat, so it could just be YouTube being weird, maybe a weird latency ping issue, or I don't know. But I have filters pretty much turned off on YouTube. I might have it on basic moderation. I think I have basic just to knock out the really, 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 really bad words. But yeah, I don't really do much as far as that goes on YouTube. If they want to let some bullshit pass through that should have been censored, that's kind of on them. The last games I bought, says Frank, were Beam NG and Automation. Such technical games. Yeah, I kind of considered getting Beam MG at some point. I do like it. Beam MG in the car, version or whatever of it looked pretty cool, but I don't know how much I'd get into them. Don't know. I don't know if I'd get too into them and then forget about everything else, or if I'd play with for a little while and go, yeah, that's cool, and then kind of move on like I do with a lot of games. But anyway, at this point, I got so much shit I'm dealing with. I wouldn't really have time to switch over to a new game anyway. I'm trying to get to Arc Raiders, but I'll get there eventually. Is it faster than Urban Dead? I have never heard of Urban Dead, so I could not tell you. They were amazed as I found their 5 other cars in a position. I was catching him and I didn't want a tangle. No offense, but that English team did not understand teamwork. That's because UK and biscuit heads in general just don't understand a lot of English words. Like they came up with it and they still don't know what half of it means. Or they use the words wrong, like cookies and biscuits. Unbelievable. I do need to get back and figure out where the hell my biscuit head artwork went to that I had a while ago. Because I still want to do a biscuit head t-shirt. Automation is pretty awesome where you can design your own engines. Oh, I've heard of that one. Yeah. That may have been you that recommended that or something. I feel like I've heard of that before. No, I would, bring that. I'll definitely get that camera. But I know the YouTube filter does pick some weird fucking words to block out sometimes, which is fun when you're playing like survival games, horror games, first person shooting games, games that require shooting and explosions and all that. And you're trying to talk about the game and it just keeps centering you as you're talking about like a key component in the game, or you say the word gun or shoot or something and you're like, dude, it's in the fucking game. Why are you censoring it? But I also know some YouTubers just crank the fuck out of their chat moderation just so that they really don't have much to pay attention to. But it just makes it it can make it a lot more difficult to communicate with certain games that use the words that are censored. And then YouTube's been getting smart. It's starting to use the workaround words that you use to get around the filters, starting to add those to the filters. So you just got to get really weird with your workarounds of getting your words out. Maybe they'd do better if they all had some boner honey. Like, seems like, yeah, it would probably help. I think boner honey, like, I wonder what that did to the ladies. I don't know if it had simply no effect or if at least got them a little more, made them raise an eyebrow every once in a while or something. I don't know. I still have cider, so cheers. Hoodlums are good at teamwork after the games. Yeah, it does seem to be something they're actually unusually good at sometimes. We won. Let's burn the town. Like, that, Christ, that's fucking, everybody does that at this point. Don't matter where you are. Your team wins the big game, get ready for a fucking bonfire in the middle of the city. I feel close to 100% on long shots, long pots. Then I'm going to tune myself up on a snooker table. I feel like you were starting to say long shots and not pots. Maybe long pots was a Freudian slip or something there, buddy? Why am I all itchy all of a sudden? Not like, you know, allergic reaction, you know, gonna die itchy, just weird itchy. Jimmy White is looking quite dangerous again. Who's that, Rob? Who's Jimmy White? Is this a biscuit head thing? Is that a pool guy? God, I remember back in the day. God, who was the pool masters in the '90s? That's the ones I remember. What was that guy? I feel like the pool master of the day. Like, I feel like his name started with a M or something. Pool masters of the '90s. That's when I watched a lot of shit. I do not recognize any of these fucking names. Are we serious? Pool man, I don't know, 2000s. Maybe it's the '80s. I'm thinking of. Massey's the one. I remember Massey. God, who else? There was somebody that was just like, besides Massey, I know there was another one too. Maybe not a pool master, but like one of the like one of the ones you just knew. Like even if you didn't play pool, like you kind of knew their names. I do remember Mosconi or Mosconi. I do remember that name. Tito asks, I wonder how many end up paralyzed or quadriplegic from falling off light poles after big game wins. That would be a good statistic. That's not a bad question. I feel like there has to have at least been one that didn't die but didn't quite make it. Yeah, or if you're watching Chubby Emu, it would be, and they made a recovery. Because if he doesn't put that word fool in there, you know something fucked up going on. Frank Netabady, I remember watching pool on ESPN2 back in the late 90s. I used to watch a lot of pool. Back when I shot pool, it's just always fucking pool. Mike Siegel, that sounds familiar. Nick Varner, maybe. I remember Massey, though. I remember Massey for sure. The Mosconi Cup was named after that superb old guy. Let me look him up. Oh, yeah, there's Mike Siegel. There's Mike Siegel right there, yeah. Mosconi. Let's see. Images. Willie Mosconi. I feel like, yeah, I've definitely seen that dude shoot. Like older videos of him shoot. Okay. Not who I was thinking of. Casero? Casero? Casero. Why does that sound like a pool pool? That is a pool pool. Not that kind of pool. Seagal was a master and still is, as far as I know. Seagal? Why does that sound familiar to you? Not Steven Seagal, as in not our Steven Seagal, but like the horrible actor Steven Seagal. Cicero Murphy. Okay, let's try that. Because there is Cicero Pool, as in pools. There you go. 1935 to 1996 was an American professional pool player. Murphy was the first African American professional billiards player to ever win world and U.S. national titles. He is also one of the 2 players to win the World Straight Pull Championship on his first attempt. No shit. The other being Ray Martin, who won the title in 1971. Awesome. Wow, Wiki is really bright when you're not expecting it. Boondock Saints. It's a good cartoon, good movie. Or no, Boondocks, good cartoon. Boondock Saints 1 and 2, both good movies. Oh, we missed top of the hour toast. Did we? Did we not? Either way, let me go ahead and kill this for the top of the hour toast. Cheers. Steven Seagal, the actor, was a reserve police officer in Louisiana at one time. Yeah, he was a lot of things, and he wasn't a lot of things too. That's for fucking sure. It's funny that he still has this ego that he can kick anybody's ass, but he's hard pressed to get him to fucking stand up out of a chair when he's filming movies. Fucking what a douche. Douche. Hogwatcher, so who doesn't like spork? Hogwatcher asked, so who doesn't like spicy pork rinds? I can rock some pork rinds, that's fine. Spicy's even better than regular ones. Efron Reyes is the best pool player ever, though, in my opinion. A Filipino dude. Okay. Don't know that I know them. Where is the cue ball going? Well, the cue ball will be going to the kitchen after the stream to absorb some, as we said, house special fried rice. I have some chicken on a stick. Oh, no, I have beef. I already ate the chicken on a stick. I have beef on a stick in there as well, but that's probably going to be breakfast. Because even though I got home early on Friday, because I was on site at 4, didn't really feel like going to the store after work for reasons. So, I'm having leftover food for breakfast both days this weekend. Frank Nobody says, I have microwave spicy pork rinds. Well, there you go. Earl Strickland. I kind of remember Earl Strickland. I saw him in the list when I was looking. I kind of remember him. Some names I do kind of touch on a little bit, some not so much. I guess that's pretty normal. All right. Well, it is now 6 after. I think we're going to go ahead and get ready to call a stream. YouTube, I'm just going to end. Twitch, I'm going to go ahead and throw a Twitch raid over to Killer Mike on his Humanit Z gameplay. If you want to stick around for a couple minutes, say hey before you hang out, or go ahead and watch and follow and do your thing. But let's get ready to wind it down. So I'm going to close that. We're going to close that. Let me make sure that's good there. We're good there. So I can close that. Close that. Try to simplify this because I tend to forget to stop the Twitch stream once we're doing Twitch stuff. What was that? Sklost. Appreciate the follow on the Twitch. Cheers. Can we do a quick RIP for John Virgo? Who is John Virgo? I see no problem. I know you wouldn't ask to toast a bad person. Forgot to do that earlier. Well, I appreciate that you did it now. There's Sklost. It seems like Sklost. But either way, much appreciated. So what do you got there, Ron? Beloved snooker commentator and player. All right. Well, let's do that. We'll do the good toast. Let's see. So cheers to John Virgo. Friends, family. Hope everything goes well and everything's good to go. And either way, a cheers and a toast. Died this week. That sucks. Oh, yeah, we'd like to rip them here, there's Scott. Oh, it is good. It's glassed. All right, good. Yeah, we definitely do that. I'm gonna pack a cone here after the stream as well. I was gonna do I forgot to pack one last night, but I always have 2 or 3 vapes laying around somewhere because you never know. Sometimes you need one after the other, and you don't want to overheat. God, I hate when you overheat fucking vapes and you go before it pops. God, that sucks. Anyway. All right, we're going to end call. Like I said, YouTube, I'm going to shut down, and then we'll be here for a brief moment on Twitch, and then I'll send everybody over to Kill a Mike, and we'll see how his Humanity playthrough is going. Because he was actually one, the devs picked him to help promote the upcoming one, so that was cool. But anyway, all right. Good chat tonight, everybody. Went pretty good. Hope you all have a good rest of your weekend. And I will see you on Wednesday. I'm going to attempt to stream either Humanity or Vane this week. Probably Humanity, since I want to try and play that. But we'll see. So I'll either see you then, I'll see you Wednesday, or I'll see you next Saturday if that's your jam. So YouTube, thanks for hanging out. And I will see YouTube in next time. Be groovy to each other, and I'm out on YouTube in a 5, 4, 3, 2,